welcome to my channel Money Matrix. Today we are going to see an important topic which is very useful to the competitive exams. So that is nothing but counting squares. We are very oftenly seeing these kind of problems in most of the competitive exams. So let us see how to find number of squares in the figure. This is called symmetric figure. When the figure given like this, it is very easy to find squares. Now first you need to count how many squares are here. So 1, 2, 3 and even 1, 2, 3. See, horizontally also you have 3 squares and vertically also you have 3 squares. So this is called symmetric figure. So for finding number of squares, you need to square them, then add them. So if you square 1, it will be 1. 2 square is nothing but 4. 3 square is 9. If you add, you will be getting 14. So this figure consists of 14 squares. Now let us see the other one. Now in this figure, if you observe 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 squares horizontally. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squares even vertically. So this is also symmetric figure. Let us find number of squares. For that, first you need to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Now square them. Then next add them. 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. So if you add these all, it will be 30. So in this way we can find for the symmetric figures number of squares. Now let us see for the non-symmetric figures how to count the squares. Now let us find how to count the number of squares for this figure. 1, 2, 3. See, vertically you have 3 squares. Horizontally 1, 2, 3, 4. Now horizontally you have 4. Vertically you have 3. So 3 multiplied by 4 is nothing but 12. Now this number reduced by 1 and this number also should reduced by 1 for the next step. So if you reduce by 1, it will become 2. If you reduce by 1, it will become 3. That is equal to 6. Now again reduced by 1. So it will become 1. So reduced by 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. It will be 2. And then we need to stop here. Still if you reduced by 1, it will become 0. Then add 12 plus 6, 18 plus 2, 20. So you have 20 squares in this figure. In this way we can find symmetric figure or non-symmetric figure. Any of the figure we can find number of squares. Now let us see the other model. Now let us see how to find number of squares for this figure. So you have 3 of the figures in this. So 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. Now let us see. So if you observe here, this is one of the square. 2, 3, 4 and total that is one more. So 5 plus go to the next figure. Okay. So here if you see, here is one more square. 1, 2, 3, 4 and then complete one if you take, that is one more, 5. Similarly inside one also 1, 2, 3, 4 and the complete one, 5. So total number of squares in this figure is 15. Now let us see the other model. This figure, if you observe, you have a square of symmetric one. If you observe here, see, this is a square. Okay, this is a symmetric square. So how to find for the symmetric square? One square. So you have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. Okay, so that is nothing but 1 plus 4 plus 9. That is equal to 14. And we have covered this part. The uncovered part was here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need to add more 4. That is equal to 18. So you have total number of squares in this figure are 18. Now let us see how to find number of squares when the figure given like this. Okay. Now if you observe here, vertically you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squares. And if you see horizontally 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squares. So this is looking like a symmetric figure. So 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. So 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. That is equal to 30. Okay. Now next, if you observe here 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you observe here, one more square we were able to see. Okay, which is also having 1, 2, 3, 4 squares horizontally, 1, 2, 3, 4 squares vertically. So similarly, you will also consist in this figure 30 squares. Okay. Now next, coming to the figure, see here which one we did not count a few of things here. See here, this is not counted. 1, 2, similarly 3, 4, here also 5, 6, on this side 7, 8. So 8 figures. And then if you clearly observe, we have one more here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. More 4 squares. 30 plus 30, 60 plus 8, 68 plus 4, 72. So this figure consists 72 squares. Let us see the other model. If you observe here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squares vertically, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 squares horizontally. So this is the symmetric figure. So how to find the number of squares for that? 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16. That is nothing but 30. Okay. Now if you observe inside of each box, again you have few of the squares. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this total is 5. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. This total is 5. And then more 2 figures in the similar way. So 5, 5. And add these all. 20 plus 30. 50. So you have 50 squares in this figure. Now let us see the next model. Let us see how to find number of squares when the figure given like this. Now if you observe this, vertically 1, 2, 3 and horizontally 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is not a symmetric figure. In that case, 3 multiplied by 4 is nothing but 12. And you need to reduce this number by 1. So it will become 2. And this also reduced by 1. Then it will become 3. 6. And then reduced by 1. Reduced by 1. Now hereafter we need to stop, because if you reduce still it will become 0. So the answer also will be 0. So we need to stop here. Next we need to see the other squares in the figure. So if you observe here, here is one square 1 and here is one more 2, and then if you clearly observe here this dots, if you connect here also we can able to see one more. So total we have 3 more squares in this figure. So add that 3. Then you can add this total. 12 plus 6 18 plus 2 20 plus 3 23. So 23 squares are there in this figure. So in this way we can find number of squares in any kind of figure. I think you have understood this concept. If you like this video, please share and like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.